Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Jason from the Green Room. Hey, guys, we're working some tech issues. We'll be right back. Sorry about the inconvenience. Guys, sorry about that. We appreciate your patience and diligence. We are back. All right, guys. So, what we were going through our weekend. So, I went and I took the wife out to Valentine's, and then today I helped the brother-in-law out, Steve. But yeah. So, Charlie, man, how was your weekend?
Shit, my high ass had my mic muted. It wasn't bad, man. Well, I had my midterm, so like this thing's been killing my social life. I had it on Wednesday, which is also Valentine's Day. So I didn't really get to have my night class is from 5:30 until 9. So I just go once a week, and it's from 5:30 to 9. So I decided to pick my wife up from work and take her to lunch for Valentine's Day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped and got her flowers, got her, all the cliche stuff, the bear, the flowers, the chocolate, the
make other bitches jealous.
Yeah, the
pack.
balloon, and I brought it to her new office, so she has something there for all of her clients to come see. It's pretty cool. But I picked her up, took her to lunch. It was the first date type thing we've had in a good 4 or 5 years. So, it was a lot of fun.
Right on, man. That's good. I'm glad you guys got that out.
And then I had my midterm. So, crushed that bitch. It was, got an 88% on it. So, I can't really complain too bad because I didn't really fucking study for it,
Yeah, man. Well, that's good shit, though. Taking her out and just showing, just another way to show her that you appreciate her, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's cool because our birthdays are the same day. We have February 20th is our birthday, but she was born in Germany. I was born on the East Coast, so she's got that little time difference ahead of me. She's like 15 minutes older than me.
Yeah, she's a little older than you. That older woman.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But I feel older, if that counts for anything.
Well, it's all in how you feel, right?
Yeah, but no, I didn't really do anything for the weekend. Got the car started back up, the Forester, so that's good.
So now, if I have to fly through Denver, you're going to pick me up?
Oh yeah,
it'll actually happen.
Yeah, I'll be able to. Definitely be able to.
All right, man.
You flying out to Denver?
No, not yet.
I know you're going out to Cali soon.
Oh yeah, man. We talked a little bit about it last week, but I'm flying out to.
I'm telling you should drive back.
I wish, man. I wish.
You should drive back, dude. Just do it. Have you seen that movie? God, what was it with Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr., where they were trying to get back to Robert Downey Jr.'s pregnant wife before she gave birth. They got stranded, kicked off a plane together. What the due date?
Yes, that was a good. Oh shit! And I'm taking Shrek with me. Oh man!
Something like that. Just rent a car, drive back.
Oh
bring
no!
Some weed.
No, dude. See, that's how felonies get caught.
I was gonna say, do you want to catch a felony though? 'Cause that's how you catch a felony.
That's how felonies get caught. Could you imagine me and Shrek going from
WTF Nation Radio do not endorse drug trafficking from state to state.
exactly? You know, Jason is pontificating on that right this moment. But could you imagine? Yeah, no, dude, that's not going to happen.
Yep. Stop, because there's a couple stops in between here, there's a couple stops between there, Cali, and where you're at now. You know, that are legal states. So I mean, you can
stop at all of them.
Go to Vegas. Vegas is legal. Colorado's legal. So I mean, shit, you'll be able to sample. You'll be able to open up your own. They got the wheels turning. None of y'all man. None of y'all can see the video, but his wheels are turning.
They're going, man. I don't know how you can see anything because I look at my eyes and it looks like you could probably blindfold me with fucking dental floss.
You can definitely. You can pass for an Asian.
Oh shit! See, I just closed my eyes. Could you even tell that I closed my eyes?
No, I couldn't. I wasn't looking. I'm focusing on this nail, this electronic nail that I got. It's pretty awesome now.
Hell yeah. So I don't know if that even made it on the air earlier. So, guys, we're talking about Charlie getting a new piece from the shop the other day. So go ahead and tell them about what happened and everything that you got for what you got it for. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep. So I had one of those ancient electronic nails for my dab rig, and what e-nails do for people who don't smoke or who haven't been exposed to concentrates, the world of concentrates. This thing heats up to a temperature that vaporizes the concentrate and allows you to smoke it. Well, mine took a shit on me the other day, so I had to go get a new one, and I went to this place. I'm not going to plug them yet because they didn't give me anything, but I went to this place and they said that they have new electronic nails, but these are digital. I had the old prehistoric one, and it was kind of like a haha joke between the two guys working the counter, because I had an old dab rig that they sold me, or an old dab nail that they sold me. So I ended up buying this, but the dude was trying to move a bunch of glass because he absorbed two different stores here in Colorado. I mean, where you have legal weed, you have a lot of glass, you have a lot of pipes, bongs, rigs, all that stuff. So he sold me the e-nail that was $110, and I picked a bong for $80. He sold me the whole set for just $100 even. So it was not bad. Almost 50% discount there.
Hell yeah, man. No, that's fucking legit. No, and so, guys, we're actually trying to get a name for this new piece. So
we are. I posted a picture on the Green Rooms page. I figured that would help out with some activity on the actual page.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and open up the lines, 415-889-8367, and go over to the Greenworm dash WTFNR on Facebook.com and check out the new piece that Charlie got and give us a call. Again, that's 415-889-8367. Lines are open. We're going to go ahead and get this piece named before the end of the show tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing too impressive, but, I like my pieces to have names.
Look, everyone requires a name, all right? That's just how it goes.
Yep. I got Who. This is Who. The double barrel owl pipe. I don't know if you can see it because your eyes are closed.
No, dude, they're wide open. Yeah, I love the fucking owl pipe, man.
Yeah, that's Who. I named it Who.
Who?
Who?
Huh?
Yeah.
Who? What?
No, but it's pretty cool though. But this digital e-nail is pretty awesome because the old one I had, it was a dial, so you couldn't really tell what temperature you were getting a nail. So it was a lot of trial and error. If you burn, concentrates too low, you waste a lot of them because they pool in the nail. And if you burn too high, it's a really fucking harsh, shit for your lungs. So
yeah, it will fucking hurt.
Yeah, I set this to 7. It says between 710 and 720 is a sweet spot. So I did 715, dude. I haven't really coughed since using this new nail. This fucking thing is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Which makes me think that my other nail is burning at about 800, 900 degrees.
Right, man? I just know that whenever I fucking do a dab, I heat the nail until it gets red, and then I don't touch.
Do you use a metal nail or do you use a glass nail?
I've got a metal.
Glass banger.
I've got a metal bucket. So
I've got a glass bucket.
I heat it to when it's red,
1-for-1, yeah.
and then whenever it's no longer red, I touch it with the dab.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I mean, they say that if it's glowing red, you wait, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's what they say, the air quotes on they, the forum guys, the High Times magazine guys. That's what they're saying. But I mean, yeah, that's how I did my first dab, was through one of those glass bangers, little buckets, the hanger banger.
Hell yeah. Nah, man, it's been a good little while since I've had some extracts to even fucking do a dab, though, man.
You're gonna grab some while you're in California.
You're fucking right. I'm going to. I'm gonna get one of those little fucking what do they call them? The honey pins.
Yeah, little nectar collectors.
Yeah, I'll just get one of those. I mean, you can get those real cheap at the fucking head shop.
I'm getting used to this new computer. So my headphones are a lot shorter for this one than they were. So that's like jerking my ears whenever I'm trying to move around to do a dab.
Yeah, I won't be getting one that high speed. All right, so guys, he's got one showing up on our video chat that we've got going on here, so we know not to step on each other when we're talking. And he's got one that's pretty fucking high speed. He's got all these like 15 fucking chambers and shit. Yeah, I'm not going to get something like that whenever I'm going to have to toss it.
Like this. You're going to get something exactly like this, except this is just like a lot bigger than the one you're going to get. This isn't that impressive. It's only just the size. It's a 19 millimeter one. But
whatever. You
get one of the smaller ones, one of the 10 millimeter ones. It's the exact fucking same thing. I mean, the anatomy of it's exactly the same. If I hadn't broke my 10 millimeter one, I would compare the size. But it's not that intimidating.
Well, I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of money on the piece that I'm going to have to fucking buy, because I'm going to be tossing it. So
yeah, I mean, it's like $12 at a dispensary for a little 10 millimeter one.
Oh, word. Yeah, that's probably about what I'll end up getting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just a lot smaller than this one. This one holds about half a cup of water, and the smaller one holds about a cap of Aquafina.
Word.
Worth of water, so.
Right on, man. Hell yeah. So, we were talking about this earlier today. Last week we had a fucking groundbreaking lawsuit that started to hear arguments in New York. Yeah. The title of this is Federal Judge Hears Arguments in Lawsuit Challenging Marijuana's Schedule I Status. A judge for the Federal District Court in Manhattan heard arguments Wednesday in a lawsuit filed by a legal team, including New York attorney Michael Hiller, Normal Legal Committee member Joseph Bondi, and an Empire State Normal director David Holland, challenging the constitutionality of federal cannabis prohibition. The 98-page complaint contends that the federal government does not believe, and upon information and belief never has believed, that cannabis meets the requirement for a Schedule I designation under the Controlled Substances Act. It further argues that current administration mechanisms in place to allow for the reconsiderations of cannabis Schedule I classifications are, quote, illusory. The judge of the Federal District Court in Sacramento heard similar arguments in 2014. Legal challenge, also spearheaded by members of the Normal Legal Committee, but ultimately rejected them, opining, quote, at some point in time, a court may decide this status to be unconstitutional, but this is not the court and not the time.
The fuck?
I think that they said what was a little bit more appropriate, saying that it's not the time. I feel like that was just more of a political bullshit statement at that time.
Yep. This list of plaintiffs, you got some pretty diverse cast here.
Right, man? So we've got a former NFL player, a disabled military veteran, and 2 children with severe movement disorders, says the article, and the nonprofit group, the Cannabis Cultural Association. The plaintiffs argue that federal prohibition violates their civil and constitutional liberties, including their right to freely travel within the United States. They also argue that the federal prohibition of cannabis is, quote, grounded in discrimination and is applied in a discriminatory manner.
Yeah, I mean, they're got a point. It really is.
It's undeniable.
You listen to what fucking Nixon's former, one of his chiefs of staff.
It was to try and shut down the civil rights movement and the hippies that were protesting because of the war.
His exact words were that they knew that they couldn't make it illegal to be black or against the war. So they went after this, the common denominator, the hippies who were against the war. They were the marijuana culture. So
right.
You go after that.
They were
yeah, exactly. You go after that and it disrupts everything. And heroin was the same thing in the black community, And
see, now it's gotten to a point, I mean, our society has progressed where not just the fucking stoners and deadheads have fucking weed in their closets, right? Yeah. They're
arguing that the word marijuana in itself is a racist slur. It has racial undertones,
Well, the reason it's not called cannabis and it's called marijuana because before
that's what they're saying it should be called is cannabis.
Well, the reason it was all right. So, all right, let me read this last paragraph, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get in on this because you got me on something with the marijuana topic. So the article carries on saying lawyers for the Justice Department argued on Wednesday for dismissal of the suit, opining, quote, there is no fundamental right to use marijuana for medical purposes or otherwise because such a right is not implicit in the concept of ordered liberty or deeply rooted in this nation's history. The court should reject such a claim. The judge in the case failed to immediately rule on the government's motion. So getting back to the title marijuana is going to lead me into the end of this paragraph. All right, so let's see if we can pull these strings together. It's going to be like a spaghetti western. All right, so marijuana, the name marijuana came about during the Reefer Madness era because that was how one of the ways that they were demonizing cannabis was they were tying it to the Mexican immigrants that were coming across the border at that time.
I mean, America has such an understanding history about Mexican immigrants, right?
Right. I mean, so much has changed. We've come so far. We've come so far.
We sent a car to space.
Yeah, we did. I mean, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Good job, Musk.
Right. All right. So, but anyway, all right. So, digressing.
The car smashed and crashed into the firmament, though, because everyone knows flat Earth. You can't hit the moon.
Right.
But
anyway, all right. So, and digressing.
I'm not a flat earther.
Yeah, you are. You're a closet flat earther.
I'm just kidding. God.
Oh. But anyway, all right. So, that was the reason that was the only reason that name even came about. All right. Instead of being called cannabis, it was called marijuana because of the Mexican immigrants. They just made that fucking name up. It was just made the fuck up. All right. I mean,
this is what I like. This quote from we were just talking about him. This is the quote because I don't want anyone to think that I was speaking out of my ass or just exaggerating what this guy claimed or said about hippies and blacks. All right, this is an interview in front of Congress with John Ehrlichman. Okay,
right.
He says the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies: the anti-war left and the black people. You understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to either be against the war or black, but by getting people to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. End quote. But still somehow, it's still illegal federally. It just doesn't make any sense to me that something like this can be in the congressional library
blatantly
as an official testimony of one of the heads of the war on drugs movement.
Right, dude. One of our biggest policies in this nation, which we have empirical evidence that was blatantly racist, blatantly, what do you want to call, censoring because of the hippie movement.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it what you want.
Censorship. I mean,
whatever you want to fucking call it, it's wrong.
I mean, it's disgusting
Yeah.
that it even happened. But the fact that we're having to fight so fucking hard now,
Yep.
it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
That was 68. We're 2018, so yeah, fucking 50 years almost. Oh yeah, 50 years.
well, you know what? I mean, here are you and I. All right. I mean, we're not huge fans of war, right? I mean,
But we've both been.
we've both been. But I mean, a lot of the hippies have been to war also.
I'd go again.
I would go too. If it wasn't for my back, I'd be out there too. I love fucking shooting at people.
If the military, bro, if the military legalized marijuana use and let me use it to control my seizures, I'd be right there.
Hell yeah.
I'd be right back in, man. I miss the camaraderie. You know, it'll take me a bit to get this army knee back in running shape.
I mean, I just grabbed my rifle, guys. I'm having to hug it a little bit, hold it a little close because I'm feeling withdrawals.
That's okay. I sleep with my blue cord under my pillow, so it's fine.
Well, I didn't have a blue cord.
I know you were one of those red leg guys.
I do have a green cord though.
That's a French Forget.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
That's too.
Well, dog, because you were a big red one, but still.
But no, back to the point. We're getting off topic. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody likes war. Well, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, go ahead.
We do have a lot of people that lust for war. You know, lust for that adrenaline after they've been exposed to it. But no one in their right mind is saying, I want to go to war.
Yeah, I get what
out of the blue without some sense of motivation behind it. You know, 9/11 was a huge motivator for me. You know, I went down and signed up a couple whenever I was legally able to. Delayed entry. You know.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I mean, I signed up when I was 19.
I think those who have seen war should fear it more than anyone else.
Yeah, I guess
they do subconsciously. That's what, PTSD, all of our fucking demons,
Yeah.
They're still fighting the battle because war is never gone.
Yeah, I guess I mean, I think that when it comes to future wars, I think that we need to stay away from unnecessary wars. But
about America, bro.
But,
I voted Johnson. We could use 4 years of fucking non-intervention.
Exactly.
That would be great. Work on fucking us. Hey, world, we love you. We're gonna fucking take a break.
We're gonna take a few years. We'll be back.
We need to work on us. It's not you, it's us. We need to work on us.
We'll be back. Don't worry.
But,
No, I mean that's kind of my thing. I mean, I feel like we need to stay out of unnecessary shit. All right,
Yeah.
We've got another one of those things where we've seen evidence of corruption whenever it comes to some of the current wars and conflicts that we're involved in, and we're seeing that we're out there so fucking long. Maybe initially, let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and we acted on bad intel, right? Let's just the benefit of the doubt. We acted on bad intel, and then we were out there, so fuck it. We might as well just go ahead and finish what we started. But then after that was done, we should have fucking been done. All right, and we're still fucking there. I'm not saying that the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, I don't necessarily think that they were completely a bad thing, but we kind of fucked up in our exit strategy.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. I mean, the fact that the Obama administration couldn't get Maliki, whatever you want to fucking call him, to agree to renew the status of forces agreement. I mean,
well, I get it, man. They were done.
Everyone's going to say that they were done and they weren't going to renew it. But I'm going to say that I don't think Obama pushed hard enough. I think he was like, okay, I get it. We've been in your country a long time. He could have said, hey, let us help. We're trying to fucking help. But no, what do we do?
Well, see, the thing is,
deadline to have absolutely everyone out.
But see, that was too late for us to have an exit. Our exit strategy should have been before it was fucking 14, 15 years of us being there.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is the longest war in American history. It was the longest war in American history, 5 years ago.
Right.
So it's insane to me that we're still fighting it, and I get that we kind of have to now. But we're kind of obligated to.
Yeah, we're kind of at a point where we've got to make sure we can kind of clean up our own, the fucking mess that we've started.
Yeah, we think we've got the people in place that need to be in place. We think we've got, we're giving them the best chance to succeed, but obviously we don't, because the first sign of hesitation. How large was the Iraqi army when we pulled out? 80,000 strong, ish.
Right.
Right. How big was ISIS when it first made its push? 3,000?
Something like that.
And they just fucking up and left. They had Toyota Helixes, ISIS did, with fucking Dishkas mounted on the back.
Yeah.
The Iraqi army had 113s with goddamn 50s. I mean, that 113 is going to be, a lot more safe. But what do? They just tuck tail and run. Don't even destroy the equipment. They just give it to them. Here, right. The keys are in it. I topped it off about an hour ago.
Well, see, that just goes to show, those...
You got that cotton mouth right now, don't you?
Yeah, like a motherfucker. That region, the people in the region need to govern themselves, and they need to do it how they need to do it, right? Like we're trying to help them, and we're trying to do all this shit for them, but we're not doing it in the way that they're going to be doing it. So if we're training them to fight how we fight, that's not how they fucking fight. So they're not going to, and it just creates a vicious fucking cycle.
It does. War's a bitch.
But until that area has been without active conflict,
which hasn't happened in our lifetime, hasn't happened in recorded human history,
right?
Honestly.
But as long as we're there, we're going to keep being in conflict unless we start separating ourselves from the combat missions. Go with the peacekeeping missions where, I remember back whenever I was there, we were putting hospitals up. We were stocking the hospital. We were fucking stocking the hospitals. We were working with water treatment facilities, getting them going. We were, doing all of this shit for their infrastructure.
Schools, and then they drive a V-bed through the front gate.
Right.
The ING doesn't fucking want to die, so he lets them through.
But I know that in my little area, right, in the area the AO that I was in, we had kids and little girls included, man, that were walking to school.
Yep.
Yeah, and
well, we were in Samara. There were no girls in school. That place, fucking dude. No, I don't like talking about that place. That place sucks the life out of you. Still.
Yeah, man. We can go off on it. We can move on to a whole nother topic. But anyway, a lot of stuff.
Talking about the situation. I'm good talking about. I just don't like talking about my time over there.
Yeah.
My experiences. I've had some of the worst moments in my life. Lost a lot of people. A lot of good people. But I've met some of the bravest fucking men I've ever known over there.
Yeah, man. No, I'm tracking.
So it's one of those bittersweet things, because I do have great memories of it, but also I have some of the saddest memories of my life from it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I just don't want to drag the show down.
I get it, man. Anyway, but
I'm gonna mute the mic and do a dab.
Word, right on. So no, we were out there and we did whatever we had to do. But anyway, so the way that we feel about war is we have a whole different concept. We have a whole different view of it because we've experienced it firsthand. So whenever we are against something, people ought to fucking listen just a hair, right? Not on all topics. It's not like we're the fucking empirical fucking voice on all matters, right? But if it's talking about combat, we might have a little bit better understanding than you do, per se. That's how I see it. So, and whenever it comes to dealing with the pain and the ailments that come from that combat that we experience, right? The seizures, the PTSD, the physical pain,
But then you can't log on to Facebook without, some good old boy with a American flag background pic who would have joined the army, but he has, low arches or some shit like that.
Right.
Who's begging for war to come to our shores, and those are the guys I have an issue with. I'm all for people being patriotic and supporting the troops, but shut the fuck up, Billy Joe. You don't want that shit here.
Yeah, I'm not all about calling for war, though. I don't think that we should be going out
and looking.
There are a lot of
people calling for it. These guys fucking that have never served, high school students that glorify war because society's fucking desensitized to all this shit from video games, So people glorify it
well, they think that combat is like a fucking video game, and oh man, it's not.
Yeah, you're not going to respawn, bro. There's no fucking respawns or reloading the checkpoint. War's permanent.
Yeah, all too many times war is very permanent. All right, I think that we went down that rabbit hole.
No, that's good, man. I'm good, dude. It is what it is. I just did a dab of I'm not sure what this is, which strain this is. This might be Northern Lights wax too. It's either Northern Lights or Training Day, but
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Right on,
whenever you have veterans, saying, "Hey, we don't want fucking war." I fully agree with you. You fucking listen.
And it's not even
administration. I wish the administration would listen to the veterans. They're not.
And it's not even that. It's not even that should be the deciding factor. Okay, the veterans are against it. Let's not do it. No, that's not the thing. But whenever it comes to discussing, when it comes to building your opinion of a war and thinking about it, if you haven't experienced it firsthand, or you haven't experienced a loss due to combat firsthand, you haven't. I mean, if you haven't done that, right? If that's not something that you have in your little storybook of experiences, then you need to listen to somebody that does. All right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's a society thing. It's just you got movies out there. What are the most expensive movies? Or the movies that bring in the most money. They're the ones that
Born.
Contain. Huh?
Born.
No, I mean not one specific. I'm talking about what genre.
That's what I'm saying. The Bourne type movies, the shooting ones.
The action, the shoot 'em ups, the things like that. Those are the big sellers. And then we wonder why some fucking deranged lunatic down in fucking Florida goes into school and kills 17 fucking people.
Because it's awesome.
Society's glorified it. He probably watched it in a movie fucking theater. What movie's out? I guarantee there's 3 in the theater right now that does the same fucking thing.
Right? Well, shit. Talking about that, man, we're gonna have to. All right, so we're coming up on our break right now, but we're gonna talk about this a little bit more in depth after the break. But that shooter, man. I hear that, and it kind of pisses me off that it even happened. Right?
Yeah, well, you remember the day before that. I sent out I posted on Facebook that email I got from my kid's school saying that
you guys had that
there was the vague
active threat,
the vague fucking threat, and so I'm like, yeah, we're gonna pick up my kid. I got that shit the day before, and then the next day this shit happens down in Florida.
Yeah, man, that was fucking creepy, man.
I find out while I'm on my lunch date because the cafe we were at had it on the wall, right on the TV.
Well, so. Prior to
sad times, man.
Prior to it even happening, though, that kid went out onto a bail bondsman's YouTube channel and commented how he was going to become a professional school shooter.
Yeah, I've talked about this, dude. We talked about this in my sociology class or in my psychology class.
Right.
It's. Anyone, I don't want to say this dude's mentally disturbed because that's such a fucking cop-out. I mean, people should be held accountable for their actions without having the mental instability label thrown on them. However,
yeah, I was going to have to say,
However, comma, you cannot do this if you're a normal fucking person. There is something mentally wrong with you if you are capable of ending 17 lives just because you were wronged by the school.
Children.
Yeah, exactly.
On top of that, all right. I mean, let's just be real about it.
Go out to Walmart. Where was he apprehended? He was apprehended at a Walmart, right down the street. So just go on like there's no fucking. I don't like. I said,
take out some people of Walmart. All right.
Yeah,
let's just be real. Take out some of the people that are dressed.
People in Walmart were probably better armed than he was.
That's probably why he didn't go there.
I mean, dude, something needs to fucking happen, man. We're losing way too many goddamn kids, you know. And the left's excuse to ban guns.
Well,
restrict their gun control. Like the left can do. There's nothing that the left cannot fucking politicize. But the same goes for the right in what they trivialize. You know,
we've put everything. We've made everything a huge issue, all right? We've made gun violence, all right? The mainstream media has made it out to where gun violence is every fucking where, and that is a scourge of. And then, all right, so and then once you start seeing that in the news every day, it's in your head that it's fucking normal. I mean, commonplace, and it fucking happens. You know, I think it's shameful that I should have to tell my 8-year-old son how to react to an active shooter.
Yeah,
I think that is
instructed my 12-year-old, my 9-year-old what to do. You know, it's sad times, man.
You know, I was talking to my grandmother the other day, and we were talking about this, and
shout out to Grandma Jason. Shout out,
yeah,
love.
Yeah, we love Grandma. But we were talking about it, and we were saying how America used to bring about bring back an image of the quote American dream, you know, the house, the white picket fence, the fucking the full the table full of food, you know, and now we've got 1 in 5 children are going without food.
Yep.
We've got.
It's tragic. We lost our ideals.
We're what are we doing?
We're so far off the path, man. We're so far off the path. But I mean,
like it used to be, if you worked hard and you picked yourself up from your fucking bootstraps, you could fucking be something, and you could go somewhere.
But now that's called privilege.
Now that's privilege.
It's written off as privilege, nothing earned, you know. So I don't fucking know, man. Society's at a fucking crossroad.
Well, see, I don't see where the focus is on hard work anymore.
Yeah.
If it now is to where if you can do something just mediocre enough to get attention for it, you'll be famous.
Yep. Everyone wants to blame the millennials.
If you do something, if you can do something with enough mediocrity, but you know, put lipstick on a fucking pig. Really, I mean, that's what I see all over the fucking place. I mean, we've got fucking rappers that are being fucking tried for child molestation. I mean, these are our fucking entertainers. Our entertainers are fucking kitty rapists. What the fuck?
Kim Kardashian got famous from a sex tape with Ray J.
I'm saying that's what I'm pointing out. I mean,
we're a society that values. It started going downhill with American Idol. I mean, we've discussed this before. Like people would rather tune in to vote for their favorite singer more than they would tune in, you know, and engage politically with the elected officials of our country. You know, it's like 5 times more people vote for American Idol than do in the primaries.
We're the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we value entertainment over everything, you know. And this you got kids on fucking Facebook chewing on Tide Pods. You know,
Tide Pods.
You have legit legislation being presented by some cities, some state elected officials that Tide changed the way their stuff looks because it looks too appealing.
You know what pisses me off about that is, though, we still cannot get legislation brought about and agreed upon for cannabis.
Nope.
Yeah, we can agree that Tide Pods are unhealthy because, we see it. But something we also see that cannabis helps, we can't agree on that.
Yep. Dude, Logan Paul, he's a fucking YouTube personality. He's got more followers than the president has genuine followers. I mean,
yeah, but that dude's a special douchebag himself.
Yeah. But I mean, let me caveat that by saying there's a lot of people that. So I mean, Trump. I know Trump's numbers are big on Facebook and
huge,
Twitter. Huge. But a lot of his followers follow him sarcastically, so they can troll him every post they make. But whenever you have some dickbag, this Logan Paul guy who goes over to Japan, you know, he's followed by millions of American, you know, children, impressionable kids. And this dude's running around fucking throwing Pokeballs at police officers trying to fucking catch him as he's getting like a citation for being a public disturbance.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's not racist. That's not racist, though.
He posts this shit on his Instagram, on his YouTube channel, all this dumb shit. We follow fucking celebrities. We care more about celebrities and holding celebrities accountable than we do elected officials. You know, if we focused a third of the focus that we put on, you know, these Instagram, you know, models and shit like that. The same thing goes with us, the vets. The vet community has a bunch of them. Those fucking John Burke, those fucks, you know, that just likes to fucking rant and rave about everything.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you can rant with enough fervor, you can be famous.
You get a television deal with John Cena.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I know we got started off a little rough with our tech issues, but we're up and running, and we're going to go ahead and take our break. And, guys, don't forget, we've got the lines open. We're going to talk about getting this glass piece named, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that school shooting a little bit more when we get back after the break, guys. But stand by. We got some music coming back your way, and we'll be right back.
Looking up and fading out, cirrus shapes I found blow me away. Van Allen right around, pushing through. Skin is brown, nature has us trapped in fear, so I get lost in sound. I wonder if you'll ever know why I am the way I am. I've been thinking a lot about time and space surrounding. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? I've been thinking a lot about Yeah. Shotgun. Gonna spit something real quick. Song's about being low. About being so low you're ready to give in. Take it all away. But you just keep your head up. Get what you get out of it. Get out of it.
Waking up, I wanna die. See the bullet through my eyes. It's the time and it's the place. Ready to see how the bullets taste. Pick up the pace and go a little faster. Like my life, it's a disaster. I'm my enemy and I'm the blaster. Two sides to me, at once the master. Drinking heavily got me thinking about my problems. Now I'm sinking like quicksand, devouring me. Can't believe what my eyes see. Can't control this beast within. It's making my life full of sin. Now it's time for my life to end. Still my face, it holds a grin. Don't know what I'm doing, I'm always in a blackout. I get that feeling sometimes that I wanna tap out. So I bow and cry to God and I ask why I'm here. I drown myself in a bottle of liquor and a bottle of beer. Follow with a bottle of Xanax. I wanna leave this planet. My life's a disaster. Man, damn it, I can't stand it. So I say this once again. Demon control me, filled with hate. Don't try and talk to me because it's far too late. Loneliness and misery. Tell me how you grieve for the memory. Now I gotta do what's best for me. Getting lost in this melody. Loneliness and misery. Tell me how you grieve for the memory. Now I gotta do what's best for me. Getting lost in this melody.
Life I hope is what I've been dealt, and I get built up every single time just to get broke down, low down so low and melted. Can't stand my reflection, statistics what they call me. Because of the army, I'm so fucking bitter and hungry. I got a mindset of law so nobody can harm me. I wish I could wipe the slate clean like a mental tsunami. I used to kick it like karate, be the life of the party. Now honestly, I don't give a motherfuck about anybody except for what's on 540 running through my veins, killing my pain while it explores me. But I'm dying slowly, killing myself with self-medication. I pop like 2 in the morning and suddenly I have patience. But there's a waiting and I'm feeling the follow. Putting images of the war back in my head, I fucking hate it, so a pill I swallow. I got a son on the way, holy shit, I should be ready to blow. I need help, cause I'm so low.
Loneliness and misery. Tell me how you grieve for the memory. Now I gotta do what's best for me. Getting lost in this melody. Loneliness and misery. Tell me how you grieve for the memory. Now I gotta do what's best for me. Getting lost in this melody.
Cause I'm so low.
Cause I'm so low. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Jason. You were listening to The Green Room on WTF Nation Radio.
That definitely wasn't Charlie.
No, that wasn't Charlie.
What's up, man?
Oh, man.
It was a fast break.
Yeah, man, we got back real quick. We didn't need to stay going long. We kind of had a little fucking fuck up there at the beginning of the show, so I figured we'd come back a little early and talk a little bit longer. So, before the break, we were talking about this shooting. Oh, man.
Tragic.
So, we talked a little bit about how the FBI had a little bit of a forewarning, right? And you know,
surprise, surprise, they dropped the ball again.
Again.
Great
job. I'm a pretty big critic of any standing president, right? I mean, I'm just critical of government, especially big government, right? And that's what we've got. That's all we've fucking got is big government, right?
How very libertarian of you.
Right? So, But I want to give props to our current administration. I'm pretty happy with Trump right now, and I've got a CNN article that I'm sure they fucking hated printing, but Trump slams FBI's handling of tip on Florida school shooter. So President Donald Trump lashed out at the FBI late Saturday, describing its failure to follow up on a tip about Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz as, quote, very sad. The FBI has said it failed to act on information about Cruz, who massacred 17 people Wednesday at his former high school in Parkland. The shooting reignited demands for tougher gun laws, with student survivors gathering in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday to criticize Trump and other lawmakers for their inaction. Wait a second. So Trump was inactive by slamming the government entity that was responsible for making sure this didn't happen. To be inactive.
What they're wanting him to do is they expect him to have all this information on his desk.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and then make the decision to put a security detail around this kid. Stake him out. Just consume taxpayer dollars waiting for this kid to commit a crime, because this is America. This is still America, right?
Well, I mean,
I know with the Patriot Act you kind of can arrest people without,
Well, no, I mean, I feel like his remarks just a week prior, or a week or 2 weeks prior. I missed it. I'm failing to remember the timeline here, but it was only a week or 2 weeks timeline between the time that this kid made the remark and
professional school shooter
and the attack happened, right?
Right.
So I feel like 2 weeks is not too long to have some surveillance, right?
Right.
To have a car, right? A two-man detail to follow this kid around, just scant surveillance, right?
Yeah.
This
plays right into the tinfoil hat wearing. The government's planning these shootings for red herrings.
Well, I mean, it definitely fits into that narrative. I mean, because they had the opportunity, they had the forewarning, and they had the opportunity.
But I'm not going to be hypercritical of the FBI, because we don't look at their caseload.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't.
Their desk.
We definitely don't.
Just written off as some vague fucking threat. No, it has nothing to it. All talk, no action, and put it. They can't have known that he was going to act.
I don't know, but see, there's further evidence though that there's further evidence though that this kid was at risk to do stuff. All right, so I mean, the police had responded to his residence multiple times.
Yeah, dozens from what I heard.
I mean, it was 30 some odd times in the past few months. I mean, it's